some of you have a few million bucks, but to me, that's still $85 in my checking account. It's no real money. And the fact that you think, now some of you know it's no real money, but the fact that you've been led to believe that it is money is because you had low standards, your parents had low standards. I mean, to be a millionaire today is a joke. I mean, it's a joke. Now, when my dad, back when I was younger, a lot younger, I mean, it wasn't a joke, but it's a joke. Now, I mean, in Southern California, a guy living in a shack in East LA, his house was $400,000. Now, there are certain parts of the country that's not true. Kansas, Alabama, places like that, they still have houses for $150,000, $250,000. I'm told. I never saw one, but I'm told. In New York, you're a multimillionaire by definition.
Andrew Carnegie had 4 rules to success. Financial motive must prevail. Financial motive must prevail. Financial motive must prevail. Financial motive must prevail. So 1 is financial motive must prevail. Okay. The second thing is laser beam focus. And in my judgment, the third, from my experience with all the big hitters that I've been privileged to be around, is being obsessed. Because being obsessed, OCD is more than laser beam focus. Being obsessed is being sick. And I am still at 74, pretty fucking sick. And my challenge is I have to live vicariously through you now. So I'm doing what your parents fucked up, but you're slow. I'm asked if you started on the 1st of September or whatever month you want to. How long would it take me to do all the things that I tell you that takes 3 to 7 years? 30 to 45 days. 45 days if I fucked everything up. We have guys doing it now in 45, 60, 75 days, and they can't find their ass with both hands tied behind them.
I still don't like firing people. I'm very good at it now because I've done it so many times. But when it gets easy for you to fire, you ought to retire. It should never be easy because you're disrupting lives. Mortgages, kids can't go to school, all that shit. But if you think about all that shit, you'll never make a decision. There's going to be collateral damage. But the collateral damage isn't life and death. As I told you, Fred Smith said many years ago, when I discovered that my mistakes weren't sending boys home in body bags from Vietnam. I never had a hard decision. But there's never an easy time to make a tough decision. Never. It's not going to get any easier, a month from now, a week from now. It's not the employees that you fire that kill your business, it's the employees you don't fire that kill your business. See, if you're not a billionaire, you failed in my eyes. Those are just like Nick, those are the only guys I keep track of. The 187 world champions he's got, or whatever the number was. Yeah, those are the only ones I keep track of. I remember their names. I'm not going to know your fucking name tomorrow. No, next week. Tomorrow I will because you're still here. Next week I'm not going to know your fucking name. The world only remembers winners, or because Hitler was a winner. As I said before, he just was killing the wrong people. But the point that the young lady made, he didn't know shit. No matter, I can have a seminar from now till Christmas and you won't believe that. Because if that's true, as I suggested, then why are you where you are today if you don't have to know shit to be a billionaire? Why? Poor role models, blah, 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 blah. Okay? That's why. But you don't have to know shit. And the more you know about the industry, the less likely you're going to be a billionaire. I used to tell people, nobody wanted to hear it, I didn't know that oil and gas came up the same hole. Oil and gas come up the same hole, and then there's a separator on top, and you separate. But I thought it came up 2 holes for 10 years, no, 7 years. And we had the fastest growing energy company on the planet for 8 years in a row. And the founders none of us were oil and gas guys. Accountant, lawyer, me. Now I know a lot. Now I know enough. No, that's too risky, I would say. And certain things that I did before, no, fuck. That's a 1 in 20 shot. I wouldn't, there's a saying in this country, I wouldn't touch it with a barge pole. I mean, and I probably wouldn't have made all that money.
Matthew and I were discussing some of the things about why you've discounted on a subconscious level some of the things that have happened, because absence of evidence is not evidence of absence. And he said something very profound. For an Australian, this is heavy duty shit. But he said, I decided to do it, even though it was stupid, I decided to do it. Stupid meaning follow the process, to an intellectually bright guy who's an engineer. And see, you won't. You see, you'll figure out a better way. And he followed the stupid process that works and has been working for 45 years, 20 some years before when I was doing it, and 22 years since I've been coaching. And he called it. He wasn't trying to be insulting or anything. He says, I just decided to follow it, you know. How did you say it?
Instead of trying to be smart, I would just try to be stupid, shut that part off of my brain, and just do it.
And what happened? He did it. And that's why it's hard for the YouTubers and all the other, because you can't dumb down. You will not believe that it's easy. You can't, you won't. But he put it very succinctly. He just dumbed down and shut off that part of his brain and just followed the steps. You don't need fucking case studies. You have a fucking template. You have a motherfucking script that a fucking monkey can read. That Alex wants a fucking case study because he wants to know the shit behind it, because he's stupid. And that's why he's fucking poor. You don't need any motherfucking case studies. How many fucking times do I have to say? You have the fucking script. I said don't change a fucking word on the script. Not a comma. If it's got misspelled fucking words, send it out misspelled. The last thing you fucking need is a fucking case study. This is why you're fucking poor. This is why the cocksuckers watching this on YouTube are so fucking poor.